So joining me in the studio today is Sturbridge Peters, Chief Executive Officer of Sturbridge International. He's also serves on the board of Fossil Fuel Spills and Company, Toxic Runoff Corp, and is chairman of the board of Deforesters Inc. He has a background in lobbying for tax breaks and diverting public funds away from the Environmental Protection Agency. So Sturbridge, that's rather a mouthful, isn't it? Steve, may I call you Steve?
I'd prefer if you did not.
Fantastic, Steve. Thanks for being here. We've been hearing a lot lately of the move away from single-use plastics. Do you feel that this is due to the havoc they wreak on the environment or the toxic chemicals they leach into the bloodstreams of our children?
The science really isn't out on that just yet, so.
It is. In fact, scientists as far back as the 1930s were aware that plastics pose serious risks to reproductive health and shortly thereafter classified them as endocrine disruptors which muck up the hormones of men and women alike. An outcry in 2008 when it was discovered that BPA experts hired by the FDA were actually plastic manufacturers led to a complete ban of the substance in children's bottles.
I'm sorry, you lost me at...
Yes, does it help you sleep at night knowing that researchers at the National Institutes of Health have linked components and chemicals in plastics, for instance, those frequently added to make polyethylenes and the like more malleable, to a variety of human health problems?
Yes, of course. Allow me to pontificate for a moment, if I may.
Please do.
Independent studies show that the plastic bags are environmentally preferable for paper. Other studies that, when they reuse the bags, are preferable to reusable plastics or cloth sacks that many people seem to be quite popular and fancy about using around town. And truth be told, we're just running a company.
I'm sure you are. Let's get right to what all our viewers are dying to know. When did Sturbridge International become aware that BPS or bisphenol S, which is the replacement chemical contained in BPA-free plastic, is equally if not more harmful than the BPA was used to replace? In fact, researchers in the chemical industry called it, and I quote, a regrettable substitute.
What I find regrettable is quite adorable, actually. I mean, that research is quite inconclusive.
It's not. BPA, although still in food packaging in bloodstreams of Americans, has been banned in Canada, the European Union, and even China due to the known risks of BPAs and S's in obesity, infertility, cancers, and neurological disorders.
Oh, well, while you B and your P and your A, allow me to put your mind at ease and rest assured that there are measures in place to prevent that kind of thing from getting greater and more worse. There are many incentivization programs in play for recycling in the industry. This is a long-term solution, and we are at the start of a long journey towards that end.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Absolutely fantastic. The plastics industry was worth nearly $1.2 trillion in 2018. What percentage of this valuation was attributable to the profits earned from the portion of plastics that have been found inside the bellies of sea turtles?
Well, sea turtles, they are delicious in soups.
Right. There you have it, folks. As our friend Stephen has shared, plastic contributes to a substantial portion of environmental degradation and has deleterious effects on human health. You can opt out by saying no to single-use plastics and by saying no to big plastics' reckless disregard for public health. I'm afraid that's all the time we have. Thank you, Stephen, so much for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure.
The pleasure is mostly all yours.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.